Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the admission process to HSE University in St. Petersburg for fee-based places. My name is Karina Baburina and I'm coordinator for bachelor's program.
My name is Ksenia and I'm graduate admissions coordinator.
And my name is Maria and I'm also responsible for master degree programs.
Let's start with key deadlines in admission campaign. For bachelor and master programs, there is a little bit different timeline. First of all, if we talk about bachelor's admission timeline, please pay attention that there are two different deadlines for submitting documents. For instance, if you apply for a design program or architecture program, so programs that require a creative competition, you have to submit your application till 24th of July. For other programs, you can submit your documents before 3rd of August. Also, one of the key deadline is the 7th of August. It is the last day when you can pay for fee paying tuition agreement. And on the 20th of August, there will be list of admitted students. Now about master admission timeline. Here is one key deadline for submitting documents. It is the 8th of August. You can pay for fee paying tuition agreements before 28th of August. And you can see you in the list of admitted students on the 1st of August. Please be aware of a kind of important change in our admission this year. HSE University in St. Petersburg does not offer tuition fee discounts for international applicants this year. You can see your tuition fees for programs if you scan these two QR codes and find a certain program. Also, we want to remind that this webinar is dedicated to the admission for foreign applicants to fee-paying places. So, if you have already got the Russian government scholarship, please just write your questions via email address admission@spbhse.ru. Well, now about the admission process itself. There are two different ways how you can apply for a competition. First one is you can apply through Gosuslugi. Here's two options. If you are in Russia, you can submit your documents through Gosuslugi itself. But if you are not in Russia, you can register in the RU-ID app and complete your application there. Another way is to apply through ESAF. It is the International Applicants Personal Account of HSE University. You also can scan a QR code for bachelor or for master and submit your documents there. Please pay attention. You need to choose only one of these two options. Now about applicants who passed their exams before 20th of June and had already get the results. You had got the email for the personal account, another one personal account, yes, at pk.hsc.ru. In this email, you can see your login and password for this personal account.
And here you can see how this PK personal account looks like. So you can track there your entrance examinations for all of the programs that you have chosen for apply. If you cannot find, for some reasons, the login or password for this PK personal account, please check your spam folders. The email might be placed there. So yeah, this is basically how it looks like. And in more details, here you can see like the list of your entrance examinations, the time, the date, and the results once it will be published to this PK personal account. One more important details is that if you have already signed for your personal examinations before June 20, you don't need to reassign for these entries, examinations once again. Your previous results for them will be published in this personal account. So no information will be lost. So please do not worry about that. Okay, moving next. In this PK personal account, you can submit an application to conduct a study contract. So once you have received your entrance exams results, you are ready to conduct a contract. So go to this folder and submit an application. One important detail about this section is that while you're filling this application, in the section signing contract, you need to select signature by hand or handwritten signature. Please do not select online signature. Only by hand, and handwritten signature. This is important. And one more thing is that to conduct a contract, we need your passport with translation and your educational documents with translations. So if you're a bachelor's applicant, you need to send your after-school diploma, and for master's applicants, we need your bachelor's or master's diplomas. Please note that all of these documents must be, of course, translated into Russian, and these translations must be notarized. Okay, moving next. So what should you do after you're receiving, after you send an application for your contract? We will prepare for you a document with the study contract and with your invoice, and we are going to send them to you via email. So once you receive these documents from us, please check them, read thoroughly, sign it by hand, scan this version, and send it back to us. After you need to do a payment, you will have about 1 week for this payment. So payment is confirmed only after we receive the receipt from you, and our university finance office confers the funds. Important details about this part of application is that if for some reason you won't be enrolled to our university, the paying amount will be refunded to you only to a card issued in your own name. So if the payment, for example, were made from the card of a third person, then the refund is not possible. We only can do a refund for your for the bank card with your own name. This is a very important to notice. And if the refund is made to a foreign bank account outside the Russian Federation, it may take up to 60 calendar days for you to receive your funds back. And another important thing for the enrollment after the contract is the recognition. So recognition is mandatory both for bachelor's and for master's applicants. To submit an application for recognition, please register another personal account. The link you can see on the slide. So you need to submit an application in accordance with the instructions and wait for a response regarding your educational documents. On the slide, you also can see detailed instructions for recognition and some other information that can help you to start the process of your legalization. And also we have an email of Center for Recognition of Foreign Education. Whether you have any questions, you can just contact them and receive an answer.
So here you can find how the recognition section page looks like, and some instruction that you should submit your diploma and the translation of your diploma. So I should say that if you have some questions for recognition, you should write to the email that was in the previous slide. List of admitted students and ranked lists. So pay attention that admission to fee-paying places is determined by competitive selection in each bachelor's and master's program within the number of available places. Signing the agreement and paying for the first semester do not guarantee admission. After the August entrance examinations, ranked lists will be prepared for applicants who have signed the agreement and paid tuition. Applicants who do not fit within the available quota will not be admitted. So in the here you can find the QR code that you can scan it, or you can visit our list of admitted students page and find the list of admitted students, and ranked lists will be posted on this page. You can track the status of your application on the HSE website using your unique applicant ID, QR code for bachelor's and for master's degree programs. Please note that the information on this page is provided in Russian, and to translate it into English, you can use the browser's built-in translator or any translation tools. Here you can find how this page is look like. This is for bachelor degree programs. Here you should choose your field of study, and then click to the foreigners a separate competition. And then you can find your application here and your status here. You should use your applicant ID, and then you can find your application. And this page is how this page looks like for master degree programs. It is in Russian, so to translate it into English, you should use some translation tools. Please join our social media to follow admission news. Here's our social media QR codes. Please welcome. And if you have some questions, you can write to our chat and we will try to answer you.
I think we already have the first question. Is it possible to paste the link for the recognition in the chat? Okay, yeah, Samuel, we will post the link, just write in the chat in a couple of minutes. So, hello, when is the timeline to receive the invitation for visa? So for the information, we start to prepare your visa invitations only after we receive the payment confirmation from your site and from our financial department. So once we're sure that the payment is done, we will start the visa application process, and it will take up to 20 days for them for our Moscow department to actually make the visa invitation. So approximately fee-paying students can come to Russia after September 20 or something like that.
Next question is about the entrance examination. Well, once again, if you have already done your entrance examination, you don't need to do this again. Your results, previous results, will be accepted as usual.
So we will send this webinar to you if you have some problems with the streaming.
Yeah, or it's also will be posted, I think, to our YouTube channel. So it's just, yeah, visit and watch anytime it's comfortable for you. Yeah, I think right now we're dealing just with our English-speaking, applicants, and for Russian questions, it will be just a little bit later. Can the tuition fee for the master's programs be paid in installments? Well, actually, first of all, you just pay for the first semesters, for the first semester of your study, and the payment for the second part of your academic year, so the second semester, should be made next year in February. So yeah, first of all, you just pay the first installment for the first semester, and the second installment in the next year.
Since you said paying the tuition fee does not guarantee admission place, why are we paying the tuition fees? Well, paying for agreement is a mandatory part to be in the rank lists. So if you paid for agreement, it means that you participate in the competition for a certain program.
So there's the question whether applicant can apply with temporary graduation certificate, and if I get accepted, then I bring my actual diploma to you. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. You need to provide for the recognition section your final diploma with final transcript, which includes all of your marks. So temporary diploma only acceptable in the beginning of your application process. So right now, the application process is finishing, so we need your final diploma. And the recognition section will only accept your final diploma with your final transcript. So, no, the answer is no.
So is the link for submitting forms different from the link we used to apply? All the instructions with the links also were sent to you via email. If you do not receive it, please send us an email to our admission SPB HSE email, and we will send it to you. But yes, the links for getting agreement and recognition is different. We already said about it, and we also send you an instruction if you do not receive it from us.
What is the payment deadline for this academic year? For bachelor's programs, it is the 7th 17th of August, and for masters it is 28th of August.
Yep. So I saw questions. If our moderator can scroll a little bit backwards in the chat. There was a question about the documents that the applicants have already sent their passport and the educational documents. What other documents should be sent in addition for contract application? So these documents are enough. You need just wait for us to prepare your study contract. If you already done the contract application in your personal account, of course.
I had 25% scholarship. Will it be granted? Unfortunately, no. This year, we do not provide partial scholarships, only full tuition fee. So you can check the tuition fees for each of the program on our website.
So we have time to answer some more questions. In this case, if you have it, you can ask. Or you can always ask it via our email address. Currently, I'm recommended for 70% scholarship and on the reserve list for receiving a quota. If I pay the tuition fees now and the spot opens up for quota, will I be moved to that or locked in 70%? Let's start with the first question. This year, we do not provide 70% scholarships or other kind of scholarships for fee-based places. It means that applicants have to pay full tuition fee. At the same time, if you have contract agreement for fee-based place, and there will be a quota place for you, of course we can invite you for this quota place, and just your agreement will be cancelled.
So I think our moderator can send the tuition fee link. Yeah, here it is. So any questions, any specific questions regarding diploma, please send them on our email, admission@spb.phc.ru. So they should be discussed very specifically. So how much is the tuition fee in dorm? Depends on the dorm. So for example, for scholarship holders, the fee paying place for the dorm is one thing, and for self-paid students, it also depends on the building of the dorm, but it's starting, I guess, from 3,000 rubles, and it can go higher depending on the room which you select for the location in the dorm. So, for example, if it's double room, then it will be much more. It will be expensive than the room for example, for people. If you would like, you can write on our email, and we will send you a link for our dormitory. Organization. There placed all of our dorms with the tuition fees and photos and addresses, so you can just choose from all of the variants that are more applicable for you.
I have submitted all my documents and submitted the application, but haven't received the training contract yet. So if you have already passed your exams, you can see your results in your personal account, pk.hsc.ru, as soon as possible. It is the question of synchronization of the systems. And after you will get these results, you will participate in the competition, and after this you can apply for a contract.
Yeah, if you need a link for our dorms website, just write on iAdmission SPB.
The deadline to submit translated documents is I think the end of July, the beginning of August, if you mean the translated documents that we asked you to send to our email.
Passport and diploma.
I will be a fee-paying student, but may I have a dormitory? Dormitory for fee-based applicants are provided only after quota students will be checked in, because we can check in you if there are some vacant places for dormitories.
So, Dr. Abubakar Imam, please, your case is quite specific. Could you forward it to our admission email? Thank you.
You have not answered of my questions. Please repeat your question.
Honestly, all questions that have been asked in this chat have been answered. As for tuition fee and admission enrollment process, we can repeat it again, that if you pay for program for agreement, it doesn't guarantee your enrollment process. Yes.
I think our manager will send the link for tuition fees for bachelor degree programs.
Is the online authorized translation translate to you acceptable? Yes, talking about translate to you, it is mentioned on our HSE website, so this online translation is acceptable, yes.
If you pay the tuition fee, it means that you will take part in the competition for fee-paid places.
Once again, no. Tuition, paying the tuition fee doesn't mean that you have been admitted. It means that you will have participate in the competition for the program.
We have certain number of places for each of the program, and you will take part in this competition.
Okay. You said to use the same username and password. Portal doesn't work with the previous username and password from my end. In order to log in to personal account pk.hsc.ru, you have to use a new password and new login that you had to got via your email address. Ranking lists will be published for bachelors on the 19th of August, and for masters it will be on the 30th of August.
Okay, I would like to ask if I got a scholarship after the interview. Will this be reduced accordingly when I pay the tuition fee? So once again, no. At the beginning of this webinar, we said that unfortunately, this year, the partial scholarships are not provided to any applicants of HSE University-St Petersburg. So if you receive some kind of partial scholarships, unfortunately, we cannot use them anymore. So the tuition fee will be as full as it is stated on the website.
I sent my certificates of secondary education through an email and I received, so what's the next step for me? In the next step, if you have already passed your exams, you need to log in to personal account PK and apply for an agreement. What is the competition required from the bachelor students? If I understand your question correctly, you have to pass 2 exams for a certain program to get the minimum scores of it, and after this you can apply for an agreement.
Okay, so I think if there will not be any more questions, we can thank you for your attention and finish this webinar. If you will have any other questions, you know our email address, so you can just write us. And yes, as we already said, the link, the recording of the webinar will be available on our YouTube channel. So thank you once again for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.